What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live World Cup watch along. Today, people, allez les bleus, the French against Paraguay. Right now, there's no better team in the world to watch than this French front three, man. It's unbelievable. And we're going to watch it tonight. Big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I see a lot of you in the comments, obviously, talking about Arsenal and Trossard. I did put a video out about 3 or 4 hours ago. So check that out if you haven't watched it already, people. Obviously, Arsenal have agreed to sell Trossard to Besiktas for 20 million euros. He'll be leaving after the World Cup. A lot of people online saying the price is too cheap, but I think because the wages are high, you're always going to get a lower transfer fee. Year left on his deal. He obviously wants first team football. Arsenal can't guarantee it. So I think he's the first of a few players that you're going to see leave over the next few weeks as the World Cup sort of comes to a close. So yeah, the Panda is out, man. He's been very good for us, man. I was looking through his numbers, and for a £27 million signing, you know, I know at times I've said, look, Stella or Trossard plays like he's drunk, but good squad player, vital goals, big moments. In terms of January signings, he's been one of the better ones over the last 5 to 10 years. Probably Aubameyang's the biggest January signing, but Trossard has contributed a great deal to this Arsenal team. But I think it's also important to remember, you know, I've seen people online saying, oh, he's an Arsenal legend. He's not a legend. Let's be real. You know, he's a bit of a, you know, he's a bit of a hero with that goal at West Ham. But he ain't, he ain't a legend. And like you just said there, you know, I think everything needs balance. You know, he went 25 games without scoring a goal. Like, there's reasons we have to let him go. But listen, been a great servant. When you mentioned his Champions League ref, Dad, listen, man, he looks like the Champions League ref, you know. You shed a tear when you heard the news. Nah. Cult hero, that's the... I was thinking in my head then, what do you call it? Yeah, no, I ain't shedding tears, bro. I've seen Thierry go to Barca and Van Persie to Man United, bro. But he scores big goals at big moments, you know. He's in a similar league to Wiltord. I would agree with that. Wiltord! Like, that Trossard goal will be talked about for a long time. That felt like the moment we won the title that day. Big up Lawrence, who said, cult hero with legendary moments, top 3 most clutch Arsenal players of all time. He's up there, but I ain't shedding no tears, I can't lie. You know what I mean? If we're crying over Trossard, geez, you better hope Saliba never goes Real Madrid. Anyway, let's focus on tonight. We're here for one reason, and one reason only. In fact, we're here for 3 reasons. And 3 reasons, not only, but we're here to watch the modern day 2002 Brazil front three. Not on the same level, by the way. We're here to watch Barcelona MSN. We're here to watch the Real Madrid Ronaldo, Benzema, Bale. Am I saying they're as good as any of them 3? No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is this right now, there is not a better front 3 in world football at any level. I don't know if you guys just saw the build-up to the game on the TV. They did like an 8-minute little clip on Michael Olise, just showing you his upbringing. He was released by Chelsea. He was called up for the England squad and rejected England and played for France, even though he was raised in London. And you just watch him play. And hearing Thierry said Mbappe is the star, but Olise is the main player, you know? And I think that's kind of how it is right now. Like, everything, he's controlling the attacks. It's an unbelievable front 3. And it's crazy because probably 2 years ago, people were looking at Dembele going, yeah, he's flopped at Barca. His career's not really going anywhere. He'd had the same injury that Saka's just had with the torn hamstring. Olise at Palace, you were like, he's good, but how good is he? Is he going to go to Bayern Munich? I remember when he went to Bayern Munich, I was thinking, is he even going to get in that team? They had Sané, they had Kingsley Coman, they had Gnabry. I was like, he might end up on the bench. Yeah, like for real, people were saying Eze was the big boy at Palace. Elise was younger, and now you're going, well, you're probably up there as the best right winger in the world. You've gone in the 10, and you look even better in the 10 than the right. If I was Bayern Munich, I'd be playing him in the 10, but then they got Musiala and players, so I don't know. But he is ridiculously good right now. He's unbelievable. But yeah, Patrick Vieira recommended him to us. We didn't do it. I always wondered at the time, because Saka was there, would he have been looking at Arsenal going, nah? But he's a phenomenal player, man. This front three, honestly, it's the front three you would pay to watch. Eze did no, I actually think Eze was the bigger boy at Palace. He scored the winning goal in the cup final. Who knows? It might be a system thing as well, Would Elise look like this at Arsenal? Probably not. Man said he's got the PSG tap, but there's some people saying it's a peace sign. Yeah, I don't think it don't quite look like the Eiffel Tower. Maybe the Blackpool Tower, who knows? But yeah, this front three. The crazy thing about this front three, is I almost look at Dembele as the little bro of this front three, and this is the guy that's won back-to-back Champions Leagues and is the current Ballon d'Or winner. Do you know what I mean? And I'm looking at Dembele like, Mbappe, oh, best player in the world. Elise, you're ridiculous. Oh, and then they've got that Dembele as well. And you're like, oh, Dembele's the Ballon d'Or winner, currently the best player in the world. But it's a cheat code. If France don't win this World Cup, they failed. But football is an interesting thing. Spain might trouble them. Morocco might trouble them. Who knows? How did we not get Elise if Vieira was recommending him? But anyway, we'll save that for another day. Happy Independence Day to our American brothers and sisters within the community. 4th of July. Make sure you celebrate. Have a good time. And hopefully you're tuned in watching the football, people. Kivior and Trossard is the Nkapie money. Yeah, that's a good point. Dembele is Bosch to LeBron and Wade. It's crazy to say that. How? You're the Ballon d'Or winner. You're the biggest, but you're just not. You're not like Kylian and Brazil 02 or MSN. I think Brazil's is better individually. I think MSN's was better collectively. In terms of MSN is the best, and I ain't talking about MSN Messenger for nostalgia purposes. Messi, Suarez, Neymar is the best front three I've ever seen in terms of link-up. They might not be the best front three individually. I think the Brazil front three weighs heavier. R9 and Ronaldinho. But I think MSN, I've never seen a front three like it. I've never seen link-up, movement, interchange. I don't know how you could defend that front three. I've never seen any front three like that in my life, to be honest. It's the best in terms of the link-up. Let me just go through the teams, people. Big up everyone locked in. Yeah, I want to get Barcola. Barcola is actually benching Doué at the moment. You know what I mean? Now, I ain't disrespecting Dembele, man. Ballon d'Or winner. Mike Mignon is the goalkeeper. Koundé at right back. Luca Digne seems to have taken Theo Hernandez's place at left back. Theo Hernandez is a little bit overrated, in my opinion. I think he's a bit of a, his reputation's bigger than what he's actually done, Man said, by the way, MSN back in the day was elite, then BBM and MySpace. I don't know how WhatsApp just wiped out BBM. I thought that was here to stay, and they just bought it out and then basically ruined it just to take out the competition. The two centre-backs, Upamecano and Saliba. Manu Kone gets the nod ahead of Tchouaméni. And I got to be honest, I've been impressed with this guy. 50 million to get him out of Roma. I like him. Listen, I want Bruno Guimaraes. I wish we could buy both of them. That would be amazing, but it's not going to happen. But for 50 million, he's a bargain. And I've got a feeling Boadi ends up somewhere else. He's been linked with Real Madrid and Man City now. Rabiot in midfield, who never seems to not get picked. Bradley Barcola is this Arsenal's future left winger, now that we know that Trossard is leaving. BBM was only for Blackberry. Yeah, but it was bought and then they put it on iPhones, but it like they bought it and turned it into an app. They basically bought them out of the game and ruined them, you know. Vieira said Kone is France's best centre midfielder. Barcola on the left, Dembele on the right, Elise in the 10, and Mbappe up front. I'm telling you, bro, I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost at the moment Elise and Mbappe. I mean, Mbappe wants that Ballon d'Or, don't he? The bench, Samba, Gusto, Chouameni, Kante, Thuram, Konate, Zaire Emery, Theo Hernandez, Desiree Doué, Lucas Hernandez, Mateta, Rissé, Cherki, Magnez, and Lacroix. There is the team. Gil, Caceres, Alonso, Gomez, Velasquez, Alderete, Diego, Almiron, former Newcastle player, Andres, Matthias, and Enciso, who I've been impressed with him. Very good player. Youssef Fofana, yeah. I wanted Arsenal to get him at one stage. I watched him at Milan. He hasn't really been that good, but he was good at Monaco. Remember in pre-season against Arsenal, he absolutely bossed us. I left the stadium saying we need to sign this guy, but well, France are about to boot the ball out for a throw-in as we start this game. Yeah, Barcola and Bruno would have as that would be an incredible start, and that shouldn't be an unrealistic window for a team that's just won the Premier League. But we'll see. The Rodgers deal looks like it's Rodgers or Barcola, but we'll see. Arsenal fans getting a little bit impatient, understandably. I am as well, but I'm going to keep the faith. Let's get the right players. France about to kick off. We got a busy night tomorrow, by the way. We are doing Brazil against Norway, Gabriel against Haaland, Vinny Jr., and so on. And we will be doing the England game afterwards as well. I was hoping the England game did get rearranged to 7 p.m. so that, you know. But at the moment, they've still left it at 1 a.m. Although apparently there's more meetings planned, but surely they would have announced it by now. So I reckon it will be 1 a.m. The stupid thing about that is they said there's an 80% chance that there's going to be a thunderstorm, which then means the game will get delayed. And then we could be up all night watching it. Reece James will not train ahead of the World Cup. Yeah, Reece James is... Come on, man. Reece James always injury prone. Always. Chrissy said Mbappe playing for that golden boot. Yeah, he's one goal behind Messi. So I think if Mbappe gets the golden boot and France win the World Cup, he'll win the Ballon d'Or. And he wants it badly. That's what he's missing. He's missing a Champions League and a Ballon d'Or. But I got a feeling Mourinho will do well at Real Madrid. This kicking the ball in the opposition corner, football truly. Bro, honestly, most of us have played football at some sort of level, right? You see those things, Sunday morning football, pubmen. Boot the ball out near the corner flag and then go and, while they take a throw in, everyone crowd the corner and put them under pressure. You're now seeing it. You're seeing the most attacking front three in the world. Just boot the ball. Does Cruz have an agent? You're looking at him, my friend. Nah, listen, you don't need agents at that age, man. Nah. A lot of these agents, man, they're sharks. They're just, nah. I've been hearing on a few YouTube streams, Arsenal want Enzo Fernandez. Nah, I don't think that. I think that's some made-up rumour. I don't see that for 1 second. I don't think that'll happen. Nah, Bruno, I think, is gettable. I think he's definitely gettable, but they must be talking in the background. What if Elise gets the assist record? I still think Mbappe will edge it for the goals. You know, because people say, yo, he scored a hat-trick in the last World Cup final. He won the Golden Boot. He's come back again. He's had a tough time at Real Madrid. But still got top scorer in the Champions League and La Liga. And then you get World Cup top scorer. I think Mbappe will get it. But we know that it's a popularity contest, the Ballon d'Or. C-Unit Football Agency. Hey, people, I'm you know what I mean? Any top ballers out there, if you need representation, I'm here, people. You take Somerville. A few people have said they'd take Somerville. To me, it's like, what are you buying him for? If you're buying him as a backup left winger, it's not terrible, but I don't want him as the starting winger next season. We need better than that. But he is decent. I think he'll get a good move. Mbappe. Tell you what, Paraguay will make this difficult. Yeah, the Ballon d'Or's in London. I'm sure they said it was the first time ever. I'm not moved by Somerville. He is good, but winning the league behind Somerville, starting left winger, that doesn't win me a Champions League final against PSG. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. I need more than that. He's a bit of a TikTok baller again, in my opinion. Big C, we are forgetting that Mbappe didn't win any trophies. Dembele beat us in the final. I know. It's more of a... Mbappe's the bigger personality, the bigger ego, you know. Dembele is quite withdrawn, quite quiet. Do you know what I mean? And in the World Cup, he seems to go crazy as well. But nah, he's definitely a top player. Solis as backup to Barcola, well, wouldn't be bad. Well, no, in fact, no, I'm not taking that. I don't know enough about this Solis to say I'd actually take him. Carrot said, if it's optimal to kick the ball into the corner from kickoff, why aren't they kicking it into the corner when in open play, say, from defence? I suppose what you don't want to do is underhit it and they get it and you're under pressure. They want to make it go into touch so that they've got time to put you in that corner. It's very old school, and it's almost like rugby and stuff when they're kicking into touch to get up the pitch. Big up Dev, who said, Big C, to be honest, a few matches Leao started and came on for Portugal. He still looks good, has some pace, skillful. Get Leao and Barcola or Leao and Yildiz. I think Yildiz, the door's closed in this window. I just don't think Juventus are going to sell him. Leao, yeah, he would still be on the list for me. I thought he looked really good the other day when he started. You know, the commentator said man of the match, but they gave it to Ronaldo as popularity. His Barcola gets bullied. Wins the ball back, though. Bradley Barcola. Paraguay are pressing France very high. They're not giving them no space, which is probably what you got to do. You got to try and rough them up a little bit. Brio said, the Simpsons predicted Portugal v Mexico. And they get a lot of predictions right. I'm still not sure they'll get this one right, but stranger things have happened, people. Big up Farhan, who said, happy 4th to all my fellow Americans. Big up to the C Unit Nation. I'm here to tell you, no one is going to stop my European brothers, France. Allez les bleus. Oh, little nutmeg by Mbappe. That's what we're here for, people. Luca Digne, corner to France. That's what we're here for. Them nutmegs. Keep my faith in the game, people. I need players to get nutmegged. I need step overs. I need you to flick it over people's head. I need to still believe in the fact that there is skill and entertainment value in the game of football. This is going to be attack against defense. Double watch along tomorrow. We will be there. We will be there, Alvin. It's going to be a late night. What time is actually the Brazil game? I think it's 10. Let's have a look. 10 o'clock. I'm actually looking forward to that game just to see the Haaland battle with Gabriel. We're guaranteed to have an Arsenal player eliminated. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Sorry, it's 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock Brazil. So what, that'll finish about 11. If it doesn't go to extra time. Yeah, then we'll be here at 1 for England. Oh, yeah, do you know what, man? Big up not Sonny. Brahim Diaz impressed me in this tournament. He is good. He is good, man. Playing in the 10. Here's Barcola. Loses it. Yeah, Brahim Diaz, man. Really good. Kone, yeah. He looks decent for 50 mil. Do you know what? I'll be honest, yeah. I was almost thinking about doing that, David. I'll be honest. I was like, Sunday night, I might just do the Brazil game and then go to bed and wake up in the morning, just tell me what the score is for England. But I think we'll do both. We'll do both. Do you know what I mean? We'll do both. I actually think this will be a better England game because Mexico won't sit back. Mexico will attack, so I think it will cause England to play better football. And you're right, yeah, we got a lot of Arsenal connection to the game, so I need to see how the boys are getting on. You're right, you're right. Big up Lawrence who said, "Does Benzi get in this front three?" That's an unbelievable question because Karim Benzema is genuinely one of my favourite strikers of all time. I'm not even exaggerating. I think he's absolutely incredible. It's like he's so. You saw it when Ronaldo left Real Madrid. You just saw the best of him for like 2.5 years. It's just who do you take out? Which one do you take out? I feel like he does get in there. And it sounds crazy, but I almost feel like, am I crazy for saying Dembele maybe gets moved out the team for Benzi? Elise on the right, Benzi up front, and Mbappe on the left. Especially if it's the Ballon d'Or Benzi, I think that one could be even better. But yeah, it'll come across as I'm being very disrespectful. Well, I'm not including Barcola because obviously you would drop him. But I'm saying if he was going Elise, Dembele, and Mbappe, I suppose what you would do though, you would play Elise in the 10, Dembele on the right, Mbappe on the left. So you could play four of them. So you wouldn't need to. You drop Barcola, wouldn't you? Put Mbappe left, Dembele right, Elise 10, Benzi up front. I'm sounding very disrespectful to Dembele tonight. I called him the little bro of this front three. But and I said but no, he's a top player. Maybe I'm just annoyed he scored the penalty against Arsenal. It took us to penalty shootout. Why couldn't he just put it wide? He's been unbelievable the last couple of years. Great question, though. Big up to everyone locked in, man. Over 1,000 of you. Appreciate the support. I don't know about anybody else. Apart from the occasional game that has made the eyelids a little bit heavy. Actually, somebody quoted me yesterday, I think, about 35 minutes into the game last night. I'm like, yeah, this game is not going to be a classic. We end up getting, a 3-2 cracker when we got to like the end of the game, at the end of 90 minutes and extra time. So yeah, commentators curse people. But I'm apart from the late nights, I'm just so relaxed watching football. I love it. When I watch Arsenal, I genuinely think I don't watch football in a normal way. I'm not actually. This World Cup has made me realise I don't even really enjoy football that much throughout the Premier League season. I really hope that winning the Premier League makes me less tense watching football. But it probably won't, because when you've got a little bit of success, you're desperate for more of it. So I probably won't. I'll be sitting there going, we've got to win the title again. Oh, no, listen. In terms of an actual World Cup, the Qatar World Cup was more... There was more drama, but I do think this one's warming up in more ways than one. They're having thunderstorms and heat waves. But when you look at it, when you look at like the top goal scorers, Vinny, Messi, Haaland, Dembele, and Mbappe, the big boys are turning up, man. Yeah, I know a few people over there saying it's unbelievable. No trouble. Fans sitting together. Loads of drinking, tailgates before the game. I think they're having a great time over there. The only thing that I think's a real shame with this World Cup is the ridiculous prices. But this is something that seems to happen in America with sport. Even when we go to America for the pre-seasons, they're charging $300-400 for a pre-season friendly. I don't know how they get away with it, but now Qatar football-wise was unreal. I can't lie. Like that's the best World Cup final that I've ever watched. You know what I mean? It was unbelievable. Oh no, I'm not missing the waffle. Like thinking about that now, like sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, I'm sitting here going, we're about to do waffle settings for the next 20 minutes. I'm not missing any Arteta interview. Respect Arteta. You won us the league. You won us the league, so I'm going to have that respect. But I'm not missing the Arteta waffle and the conversations. Oh, guys. It's back soon, people. He's been very quiet this summer as well, hasn't he? I'm surprised he hasn't done interviews all over the place. I'm sure he will when he comes back. They'll bring out a documentary. They will they'll definitely bring out a documentary. Somebody just said there, I Show Speed was racially abused by Argentina fans. I see a video uploaded. It's not playing for some reason. Oh, it is playing. Yeah, no, I just seen it. That's not good. Yeah. Arteta will definitely release a book. Can you imagine it? Called The Process. Honestly, you know the thing now, other clubs will be using Arteta as the benchmark of what to do. Everyone's going to get a head coach, a young coach that's exciting. Here you look at it, it's already happening. Like Man United have got Carrick, City have got Maresca, Chelsea have got Alonso. Alonso's a little bit more proven. Areola's quite a little bit experienced, but still, you know, that sort of same young, attractive football. Who Coutinho whips in, caught by the keeper. Charles Watts, all right. He was already writing them before. I haven't even watched the Saka documentary, bro. Like, I feel like you bring out documentaries when you've got a long list of major achievements. Like, it's like when Zinchenko brought out his book. It was like, what? Do you know what I mean? They told him go back to the zoo. I just saw it, man. Sad, man. I Show Speed. Yeah, he was racially abused by Argentina fans. But as the main guy this summer, start of the season will be tough for Arsenal with returning players. All eyes on him. We've put a massive amount of pressure on him by what's happened last season. To go into a new season where you're the team that everyone's aiming for, and Saliba might need surgery, Saka and Rice are really struggling. Timber, we don't know how he's going to come back, even though they did say he won't need surgery. I mean, it's not good, man. We're going to need good players to come in and take the pressure off those guys. From the cone man to the throne man, yeah? I like that one. That would be a banging one, to be honest. From the cone man to the throne man. Big up Ken, who said, what do you think about the NBA offseason? Jalen and Kawhi trade, LeBron leaving the Lakers. It might be the best NBA trade season I've seen in a long time. I actually moan about the NBA offseason nearly every year. I'm like, why don't we ever get big trades in the NBA? It's annoying. Everyone stays at the same team. No big trades. Kawhi back to the Raptors. Jalen to Philly. LeBron left the Lakers. Giannis to the Heat. Boy. Crazy. LaMelo to Minnesota. This one's unbelievable. You're worried about Rice. Yeah, because he's so difficult to replace. I'm probably the most worried about Saliba, just because they're talking about surgery in his back. That is mental at that age to be having surgery on your back. Is Elise right hand side across his block corner? They're working so hard to defend Paraguay. I don't know whether they can keep that. Are you going to miss Trossard? I will and I won't. I'm going to be totally honest with you people. Like, I'm not, because he's leaving, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I was always like delighted with him. But I'm not going to sit here and downplay how important he's been during this process. 27 million in January. He's been a massive signing. But I think what people have to understand is if you want to improve, then players have to go. Do you know what I mean? I think some of our fans, they want us to sign 5 new players but not sell anybody. You know what I mean? And the reality is, if you want to upgrade, you've got to get rid of Trossard or Martinelli. And they're looking at Trossard going 31 year left on his deal, wants first team football. Your West Ham goal will always remember it. Celebrations quality. Keep it moving. Keep it stepping. I think he's served his purpose very well. You know what I mean? 27 million, 3.5 years. Is he Santi? Because, nah. Not in terms of Barcola gets a yellow card for a swipe there. I would say Santi is one of the best players I've seen at Arsenal technically, but I think Trossard has achieved more than Santi Cazorla. As good as Santi Cazorla was at Arsenal, I mean, the free kick in the FA Cup final, again, for Cazorla, that's always a special moment for me. Was that actually a yellow card? That contact looks so minimal. You're getting yellow cards for that. Jeez, this ref's going to send people off if you're getting booked for that. Santi free kick, bro, will always be special. Because I thought we were done. Yeah, like, listen, man, Santi is one of them. When he starts, sometimes you're like, yo, we need an upgrade. And then when he's leaving, people are going, oh, people online saying he's a legend. He ain't a legend. But we have to give him his respect. If he was quicker, he would be an unbelievable left winger. Look at this guy, man. I still can't believe you set that account up. Curtis Slips. The pitch was dodgy, bro. If you could describe yourself as a footballer, who would it be? He said Nketiah because you're slipping on the ball. Don't fall for it. Don't. It's rage bait. Stay away from it. I used to tell people about this guy, Eddie. They used to come for me online when I put up pictures of Eddie Murphy. You're being disrespectful. I said, all right, let's see when he leaves then. Palace fans want him out. Better than Eddie. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, but he played in the Prem. Rubbish. Anyway, big up Farham, bro. Remember Newcastle said they won't sell Isak. There's a price for a player. Go to Juve, offer 100 mil for Yildiz. They won't say no. They might ask more. We have to try. I suppose is he worth that? Do Arsenal value him at that? For 100 mil, can you get a better left winger than Yildiz? I reckon you could. But he definitely, I've always thought Yildiz suits Arteta's style. Money talks, man. Ben said, to be fair, if Man United use their Champions League money, good defenders makes me think they're our closest competition for next season in the Prem. With an attack of a reborn Rashi and Buemo, Sesko, Cunha, Bruno. I don't think United are better than City. They're not better than Arsenal. And Liverpool depends on the business they do. But I think they'll be up there, Champions League spots. But I still think there's question marks over Carrick, over Sesko. If Rashford goes back, can he adapt to how they want to play? Kone shoots wide with his left foot, unlucky. I think United will do well, but sometimes it's easy, like 1 game a week, no pressure. How good is Carrick going to be under pressure? Managing 3 games a week. Oh, Kone's shot was deflected there, corner to France. Barcola is better than Yildiz, says Len. I mean, these are the discussions. These are the discussions. How good is Yildiz? Do you know what I mean? I've watched him quite a few times. I think he's good, but how good is he? And is he better than Barcola? I don't know. I don't know. I like Kone as well. He's got some presence in midfield. He's quite... wants the ball, but he's powerful, got a bit of pace. Ball whipped in back post, headed away. This is literally a training session, defence against attack. It really is. Would you take Kone at Arsenal? The problem is, like, it'd be great if we could get him and Bruno, but I don't think we're going to get 2. Be interesting, like, if we don't get Bruno Guimaraes, maybe they'll look at him. Dembele whips it into the back post. It's missed by Mbappe, goes out for a goal kick. Yeah, a few Juve fans have said that. Yildiz, he likes to drift inside. He's not like a touchline hugging winger all the time, but We need to get some proper players. Metro of Germany, he looks good. I think Bayern are being linked with him. It is a bit of a dead game. I said this yesterday. When one team is turning up to low block, the eyelids get heavy. And I don't think Paraguay have had a shot. They can't get out their own half. So, and here's the water break. At least Saliba's not getting too stressed. Do you know what I mean? Because we need him ready for the season. Anyway. Sorry, somebody was has just sent me all this stuff with speed with the Argentina fans, and it's funny. Well, it's not funny, but we were actually talking about this yesterday about Argentina. How are they just doing it blatantly to him like that? Jeez, madness. Anyway, this game not great. Yeah, Hand of Arsenal said earlier. Selling Leo was the first step. Caught Hero opens up a clear slot at left wing. Rogers and Barcola files are being worked on simultaneously. Still no official club-to-club talks, but both players very open to a move. Classic Berto. Because I think that Barcola is in a situation now, he's going to have to leave PSG if he can get the right offer. Sitting on PSG's bench when you could come to Arsenal and start left wing would be a much better step up for him. I'll be honest with you, I actually want Barcola ahead of Rogers if it's left wing. I've said so many times that I only want Rogers if you're playing him centrally. We need an actual left winger that causes chaos. Do you know what I mean? Cultural complex, yeah, it's crazy, man. If you're an opposition coach, how do you plan against France? I think you've got to turn their strength into their weakness. And what I mean is, do Dembele, Elise, and Mbappe want to work hard defensively? So you've got to force them to defend at times. Easier said than done, by the way, because you've got to get the ball off them. But I think you've got to really hit them on the counter-attack at pace. Sort of understand you're not going to dominate the ball, but I still don't think they're amazing in midfield. And the defense is not, I mean, it's all right. Saliba's there, of course, but I don't really rate Upamecano that highly. Although he is aggressive, he is strong, he has got pace. Luca Digne's all right. Barcola will go Liverpool. I don't know why Liverpool got Gakpo. They got Rio and Gomorrah, and they just signed the guy in the Spain squad. But I suppose Salah's left. But I don't know. Why didn't we go in for Turkey? That's a mystery, isn't it? At that price. Brazil. So Brazil, I was looking at the draw. Brazil will get the winner. If Brazil beat Norway, they'll get the winner of England, Mexico. Brazil actually very good on the counter-attack. The Berta silence is a concern. I want to see movement. I actually am not too far, and I'm sort of hoping that the silence is because the work is being done. That's what I'm hoping. Arsenal jersey in the stands. There was one at the Mexico game as well. Morocco game. Kone's just lost the ball. Paraguay, this could be their first decent attack. Right-hand side. Only one player in the box given away. League starts in 6 weeks. I mean, I'm looking forward to it and also not looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because Arsenal are back, but then I think, yeah, Arsenal are back. Arteta press conferences. And some haramble. No, what's wrong with people, man? V-Drome Gaming said, yo, Big C, you know I didn't think I'd be fussed Trossard leaving, but I'm heartbroken. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Why? Yo, somebody said at the start of this stream they was teary-eyed. that Trossard was leaving. What are we doing? It's Trossard, people. I know we haven't won a league for a long time, so we're a bit emotionally connected to the players. Keep it moving, man. Trossard's a good player. He's not a great player. Let him go, man. 3.5 years. Trossard, yeah, you clutch. Good. Come on, man. We keep him for another year and then he walks for a free next summer. That don't help us. Trossard, yeah, man, respect. He's leaving with respect. Elise, Dembele. Oh, good cross. Gets deflected. Mbappe should have been... Went all the way across the 6-yard box. He's a good player. Do you know what I mean? We move. We upgrade. Do you know what I mean? Do you cry when you take your old phone to the phone shop and upgrade it? You go, nah, better megapixels, better internet, better screen quality, better apps. Keep it moving. Put that one in the drawer or you take it to the shop and trade it in. Keep it moving, man. You know what I mean? Trossard's a good player. He left in a great way. You're right, Flo. Left in a brilliant way. Title winner. Scored a huge goal. Let's go. We move. I need to see players coming in. Why is Trossard leaving before Odegaard? I think it's an age thing. The manager still believes probably in Odegaard. He's the captain. Trossard is our Wiltord. Yeah, you can definitely give him that kind of level. Wiltord! Trossard! Huge goal, man. That goal... That game actually feels like the game we won the league, really, when you look at it. You think Trossard scores that goal. Massive. That Fernandez misses the chance. David Raya, massive save. Then you've got the after review with the ref. That feels like really that's the game you'll look back on and go, that's where we won the league, you know, with the moments that happen. 30 minutes gone. France 0, Paraguay 0. Pretty boring game. Low block FC from Paraguay. Well, it could be a... Oh, Kylian. Maybe should have done better there. It's a great ball, isn't it? Look, does he... I think he should do better there, you know. I don't know if the defender flicks that away from him. It's probably part of Mbappe's game, you would say. He's not great at heading the ball. I don't understand how he misses that. Let me just see that. Did the defender touch that or has he just jumped out the way of it? I think he's got to do way better there. He's almost moved his head out of the way of it. After review, West Ham number 19. Yes! Commits a foul. Decision, Arsenal free kick. Bro, get Barcola, allow Rodgers for now, play Trossard. Well, we won't be playing Trossard in the 8. He'll be at Besiktas. But, yeah, man. Jason said, Big C, genuinely, do you think we have actual pull in the market? If I was a winger, I'd be looking at a dead attack and the defensive duties and steering clear. Well, it's... I think we... It's a good question again. I think we do have pull, but footballers aren't stupid. Like, if we're all in the... Let's say all of you guys in the chat. If you're a left winger right now, and Arsenal are on the phone, I'm going... Boy, I've seen how much work Martinelli has to do. Do you know what I mean? Do I want to play like that? Does Barcola want to do that? Is Barcola able to do that? So, you know, as a player, you've got to protect yourself as well. You know, the Prem. I think we've got pull in the sense that we're a massive club. Everybody knows Arsenal. We're in London. Good stadium. Champions. We've got big wages. I think players would come to us. But I said, I'm going, do I need my hamstrings? Yeah, I'm going on Google going, can you still run without your hamstrings? No, you can't. Oh, do I go to Arsenal or not then? These are quite important to me. Yeah, the Elise dummy then. This is a bad game. You might be clipping me at the end of it. and time stamping going. After 32 minutes, you said it was a bad game. France won 4-0. At the moment, it's a stinker. I need to learn. Anytime there's a team that's going to low block, don't do the watch along. Stay away from it. I didn't think any French game would make my eyelids heavy, but they are heavy right now. Working on files, what on earth does that mean? Fitz, it's PR talk for, you know, they're not doing much. But, nah, listen, Berta, as I said, I rate Berta, but he also ain't exempt from criticism. He needs to get a move on. Yeah, I want players to go to pre-season. Do you know what I mean? Mark said, if England somehow were to win, does Harry Kane get the Ballon d'Or? He'd be the favourite, wouldn't he? England, man, they'd get so much PR and he'd be the main man. Or maybe Jude. It depends who is the clutch player going through the rounds. Big up Fitz and big up Mark Arnold. Member for 31 months, Mark. Big up, man. Great support. Ruben said, which three football content creators do you admire? I mean, admire is a strong word. You know, I like some of the content. I wouldn't say admire. Hey, Mbappe having a little argument with Paraguay. Kicking off a bit there. That's what we like. A little scrap. No, but there's good content creators out there. Admire's a bit of a stretch, but there's good ones out there, man. Hand of Arsenal been waffling all summer. Hand of Arsenal is now at the point he can say something that isn't really saying something, and it's still going to get loads of traction, you know. And he can recycle it. The game's the game, man. I don't blame people for doing it, but I think you've got to be careful how. Ultimately, this is a guy that, by the sound of it, has been involved with the club. So it's like, oh, nearly a goal. He knows what he's doing, you know. He knows everything. You look at all his tweets now, all these updates is like 1 million views, 2 million views. The fans are like, yo, Hand of Arsenal. I'm getting messages from friends. Hand of Arsenal tweeted. Do you know what I mean? So people are really... Tim Vickery, actually, I spoke to Tim Vickery on the phone when I hosted a show on TalkSport with Jordan Jarrett. He came on the phone. I did, I think it was 10 till 1 o'clock show. And Tim Vickery was on the phone. And I was like, how do they view Gabriel in Brazil? Do they view him as a top player? And he was like, yeah, his reputation's improved a lot in Brazil now that he starts all the time with Marquinhos. Fab is the king of recycling garbage. He's the best at it, bro. Honestly. He just says the same thing multiple times in different words. Do you know what it is, people? Like, I don't get mad at it. I think you've got to be smart enough to know what's what and who's who. Like, at the end of the day, it's a career for these people. Like, Fabrizio is a celebrity through transfers. It's the first time we've really seen somebody get that big from just putting out transfer rumours. Do you know what I mean? And probably pays a few agents to get some inside info. Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal. Here we go. The deal is done. Total agreement between the two clubs. It's not bad. I need some new material, man. I need new signings. But it's a business, man. Content creator, not a journalist, yeah? It's, and that's the thing, innit? People criticize him, but then they'll put his tweets up to talk about a story. I don't get mad at it, bro. It's a business. Like, he's trying to make money. He can't just tweet, here we go, Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal. He's going to put out 15 tweets in the build-up to that here we go. In fact, he might give you 15 tweets and then you don't even get the here we go. Oh, shot by Dembele goes wide. Mbappe's on the floor. I think he's trying to get a red card. Paraguay are giving it to the French a little bit, physically. You just don't... It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one. Do you know why I always say the Gyökeres one? It's because I heard him say it. Yo, I swear the guy gave him a little jab. He gave him... maybe not. Maybe not. Right in front of... He just gives him a little arm across... Just a little bang on the arm. Ornstein. Even Ornstein, man, he's done it a few times, man. He's got things wrong before. Total agreement between the two clubs. Yo, do you know what, though? I find it quite funny, like, that Paraguay thing that he done there. Mbappe saying, bro, you better send him off now or you're getting sacked. It'll be your last World Cup. You give him a little forearm, a little backhand across his arm. Keep it moving, man. I don't want a red card for that. Keep it moving. This is football. Get up, Kylian, as well. You're not hurt, man. You know what I mean? You're from Paris, bro. I'm sure you've had a few fights growing up. Yeah, man, a little slap, man. A little, yo, bomba. Look how they're defending him on corners, man. Grabbing him up. They have to. They're not as good, man. I don't blame them. Grab him up, yes. Look at Kylian falling, man. Fix up. He's fuming as well. They're all at him, look. The thing is, the Paraguayan manager's probably told them to... Look, he's angry, bro. I'm telling you. You can't do that, but if you can get away with it, you do that, man. That's football. Football's always worked like you do things. You give someone a little stamp on their toe, little pull their shirt. You do it. Would you take Camavinga or Valverde? I'd definitely take Valverde. I'm probably the wrong person to ask with Camavinga because I've always liked him as a player. So it's difficult for me to say no, but most fans would say he's injury prone now, but I'd probably still be willing to take him at the right price. So again, don't ask me. You know, when you're a player that I like, I still think Camavinga's all right, but he's injury prone. But people will go, yo, Camavinga in big 2026. But bro, we've got Norgard. Do you know what I'm saying? We got Zubamendi. Is Zubamendi better than Camavinga? That's how you got to look at it. That's how you got to look at it. Is he finished? Is he finished? That's always the question. People say Camavinga. Is Camavinga finished? I don't know if he is. He doesn't start because of the role that he plays. You got to look at Real Madrid. Tchouaméni's the DM. Valverde's the box-to-box. Jude's the attacking midfielder. Camavinga's played left-back for them and also... Listen, I understand it. He's not the player we thought he was. I think sometimes people are too quick to write players off. He's 23 years of age. He played 29 league games out of 38. So he missed, what, 9 games? I would, at the right price, I wouldn't be totally against it. I can't believe France didn't pick him. You think he's finished? On what basis do you think he's finished? I'm always intrigued when people say that, when they say a player's finished. So we're saying at 23 years of age that Camavinga is finished. I just can't agree with that. You know, I don't see how he is. I just think he maybe needs a different club. Bro, players leave and go to other clubs and do better, you know? Maybe he's just hit a bit of a stumbling block. He needs a new club. I don't know. I wouldn't say he's finished. Definitely not. He would get a big move if he leaves Madrid. I think we need I think Valverde would be harder to get. I think he'll be Mourinho's captain. Do I think Morocco can turn over France? That game, listen, bro, there's no guarantee France get through this. They're struggling. Morocco are... I really like watching Morocco play. Honestly, I think they're one of the most entertaining teams in this World Cup. And I tell you what, if France get through, Morocco are going to cause problems to this French back four. But the game might suit France more because they'll attack more. Gertz, I just haven't watched enough of him. I've done YouTube scouting. I watched him a couple of times. He's had one bad season and he's done, but don't worry, Anderson. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, man. I'm telling you. We're too quick to start telling. So Anderson's had one good season, 116 million to Man City. Camavinga's had one bad season. Oh, he's done. He's finished. He's absolute. Write him off. He's a write-off. But you, man, have been watching Havertz at Arsenal for 3 years. Doing what? Odegaard. Oh, he's only... Odegaard's had 2 bad years. And people are give him a chance. He's the captain. Is Hand of Arsenal the new team news and ticks? Remember you had the Arsenal horse, then he disappeared. Then you had team news and ticks. There's always one every year, isn't there? That, but Hand of Arsenal has got a lot right, to be fair. Thoughts on Taylor Swift's wedding? I mean, I think you're asking the wrong person about the wrong, category. I didn't even know Taylor Swift was getting married, my friend. But thank you for the super chat. Give me your thoughts. Taylor Swift's wedding. What's the thoughts? One of them said I do. The other one said I do. And CISO, great defending that. Yeah, it might be on the wrong channel. But, listen, I'm open to all questions, people. You know what I mean? Taylor Swift wedding? You tell me. He's a Swiftie. Selling Trossard is a mistake, scored key goals. What do we do? Keep him forever? Like, there's a time he's going to leave. He's nearly 32. Do we let him run down his contract and walk for nothing? Or do we actually go, let's get 20 million for him, go out as a Premier League champion? Man asked Curtis about Taylor Swift. I mean, listen, money Afimek, £2, Taylor Swift. I don't even have the answer. MJ said we're too quick, but you got Beer slander for CR7. CR7 is a legend. He's one of the greatest. But what I'm saying is he needs to do more in a Portugal shirt. Now he did the other. Oh, Barcola, nutmeg. Let's see what he does against Spain. That's where he's really got to show levels now. CR7. Oh wow, Kone. That's the second time he's lost it. And Ciso, no way he's outpacing Upamecano. He's twisted him, though. He's going to shot. Yeah, he's got him. And bullied him to the floor as well. Barcola's good, man. Yeah, no, honestly, I think sometimes we do write players off too quick. One bad year, we go, finished. Finished. We've got players who've had 2 bad years, so then what are they? You know what I mean? Mark said they're closing down the streets in New York. 4th of July weekend going to wreak havoc. Big up everyone celebrating 4th of July in America, man. Have a good one. Knicks are the champions. I bet New York's still crazy, isn't it? I can't believe how poor this game's been. Paraguay slowly growing into the game a little bit. Look, now you've set MJ off now, you know what I mean? All over the place. Big up MJ, man. No, I like Barcola. He's just better technically than I thought he was. I thought he was a real speed merchant, but he can actually dribble and close ball control. No, we ain't swapping Rice for Camavinga, bro. Surprised you haven't fallen asleep, bro. I've fought a few battles during this half. I might even take the half-time break. You might get a blank screen for the next 3 or 4 minutes. This game's dreadful. I hope the knockouts doesn't get boring all of a sudden. People at the Taylor Swift wedding miss Cape Verde. Missed absolute belter. It's funny though, because I sat there after half an hour going, this game ain't very good. Oh, it's so bad. The French actually look short of ideas. Eyelids are heavy, bro. This game's terrible. Honestly, if England is a bad game tomorrow night and it's like 2, 3 a.m., I'm going to be fuming. Please, goals. No, you're right. I'm trained. As an Arsenal fan, Arteta, I should be I should be used to this. Dembele, right hand side. 3 minutes added on. They're already into the 3 minutes. Kunde chips it in. It's awful. They look short of ideas. Half time. Yes. Thank you. What a terrible half of football. Eyelids are heavy. Terrible game. They're bullying Mbappe. He's fuming. They're slapping him and everything. This is a game for Turkey. Yeah, they might need that creativity. People, bear with me. I'm going to take a 3 or 4 minute break because this game is making the eyelids heavy. Yeah, expressions on TNA was quality, man. I didn't even know what TNA was. I thought that was WWE when I seen it, but fair play to it. He suits it as well. Hopefully he can end up getting in WWE. I know he's a big wrestling fan. I'll be honest, I haven't watched wrestling since Bret the Hitman Hart in WWF. The moment it turned to WWE, I was pretty much out the game. You know what I mean? I'm Ultimate Warrior, Bret the Hitman Hart. You know what I mean? Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold, or the new school. I don't know what's going on with it, people. I can't lie, you know. But yeah, right. I'll be back. 3 minutes, people. 3 or 4 minutes. I need to wake up after that atrocious first half. Don't go anywhere. I'll be We're back. Come on. Better second half, please. We can't watch that football. Like you said, we are primed for this. How many times have I sat there in an Arsenal game at half time and just gone, forget the performance, we just need the result now. To be fair, you're right. I have to give Paraguay some credit. They've actually defended very well. They've frustrated France. This could be a. I feel like there's always one major upset. I'm not saying this will be it, but France don't look great today. But then they've got a score, and going forward, they ain't doing nothing, and they're just slapping people and everything. Thing is, if France score, have they got enough to actually get forward and score to get back in the game? PSG Arsenal, yeah. Oh, that dummy from Elise was crazy. Arsenal fans are mad about everything online. I'm really surprised about the Trossard sort of fallout. I thought it was pretty common knowledge that Trossard's the guy they're going to get rid of. He's got a year left on his deal and he's 32 in December. The club are not going to sell Martinelli ahead of him, especially if they think Martinelli can still improve. Now, what would be interesting is if Trossard goes and then we get a good offer for Martinelli, would they actually get rid of both of them? Nah, Saliba needing back surgery hasn't been confirmed, but there's a feeling at Arsenal. There's a feeling at Arsenal that he might have a problem at the end of the World Cup. So we just got to hope that he doesn't. 20 mil is good bit. Well, you got to look here. I know there's a lot of people online saying we should have got at least 30 million for him, but we paid 27. We've had him since January 2023, 3.5 years. He's been clutch, scored some big goals, but he's not good enough to be Arsenal's starting left winger. If we go into next season and Trossard's our starting left winger, we're going to be complaining, saying he's not good enough. Do you know what I mean? And that's the reality of it. And I think as a squad player, which I think he could have offered something in that role, I don't think he wants that. I think he wants first team football. So that's where the issue is. You paid 27, get 3 years out of him, good numbers. He's nearly 32 years of age. You get 20 million back. That's how you got to look at it. We need to clear the wage bill. Unfortunately, we're notoriously bad at selling players. Like, if Trossard played for Liverpool or Chelsea, Trossard would probably cost 35 million. Do you know what I mean? 40 million. But Arsenal will scrape 20 million for him. Martinelli as the starter is not the answer either. Gabriel Jesus has to go, but as I always say, people, how do you sell a car what's making a rattling sound? Jesus is injury prone, he's out of form, he's on big wages. It's everything that you don't want. All three of them. What's his form like? Is he in good form? Nah, he barely scores, mate. Barely plays. Okay, so form's out the window. But tell me at least that he's got a good injury record. Nah, multiple knee injuries. Do you know what I mean? He's injured all the time, pretty much. Okay, all right. Well, if he's cheap, we'll still maybe take a chance on him. Small wages? Nah, mate, he's on £250,000 a week. Okay, but what's good about him then? Well, he's got good goal celebration, unbelievable cheekbones. Oh, you want 20 million for him? Yeah, don't call us, we'll call you. Before you know it, those WhatsApp messages, one grey tick and a blank profile picture, blocked. Yeah, we'll give you 4 million for him. And that's how it is. Because the thing is, Jesus to Everton is actually a good signing. I think he'd do all right there, but how many games is he going to play? And what wages can they pay him? Yeah, he's got, great haircut, cheekbones, celebration. But on the pitch, yeah, Moisey, you ain't getting much out of him. You notice in football now, Monday night, Portugal, Spain. Have you noticed now that people don't do swap deals? Why don't anybody do swap deals in football? I think Alexis Mkhitaryan was the last big swap deal, and they're probably both mentally scarred from those deals. Like, why don't we go to Newcastle and go, well, you wanted Trossard and Martinelli, and we want Bruno, so, swap. I think the deals become very complicated, don't they? Somebody always feels like they've been bumped as well. It's crazy how we don't rate our players but expect others. Do you know what it is, Mr. Gunn? It's like we've given Eto Ibrahimovic. Yeah, that was a massive one, actually. Eto actually was the better signing for Inter, really, won the champs. What Arsenal did is use money to sign players over the years. Because we were struggling, we threw money at players that shouldn't have got that much money, and then when it comes to selling them, you can't get them out the door. That's why they go for so cheap. Kone and Rabiot, dreadful midfield. Don't want Kone anywhere near. I have to admit, the start of the half, I thought he looks quite good. And as the half went on, I thought he got caught a couple of times. I thought, nah, don't know about that. Oh, Ashley Cole Gallas. That was dreadful. We gave him the best left back in the Prem for a crybaby. Sidorf, I personally think we would be making the same mistake Liverpool did by selling Luis Diaz. They thought they were upgrading, but they downgraded. Keep Trossard as second choice and buy a first choice. Sidorf, I tell you the problem. I get your point, but I don't fully agree with it. The problem is, I don't think Liverpool wanted to sell Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz wanted a big contract. He was on like 50, 60 grand a week. Bayern Munich offered him big money. Liverpool didn't want to match it. He's 28, 29. Luis Diaz better than Trossard. Way better. He's one of the best left wingers in the world. We've also got to remember Luis Diaz was being signed by Bayern Munich, one of the biggest clubs in Europe. Trossard's being signed by Besiktas. Do you know what I mean? Let's just say it as it is here, people. He ain't on Luis Diaz's level. Luis Diaz is way better. Besiktas finished 4th in the Turkish league. 17 points behind Galatasaray. He isn't even going to the best team in Turkey. They didn't even make... They're in the Europa League. They're not even in the Champions League. So, I think we all knew that Diaz had a lot of technical ability. Well, he'd had a lot of issues. He had a big injury against Arsenal, actually, that was. His dad got kidnapped, but Diaz been unreal. And Diaz was balling out for Colombia as well. Odegaard and Havertz need to be moved on. Yep, I would sell both of them. Jay said 35 million being the highest we've ever received. Yeah, we're so bad at selling players. Put Diaz in the Arsenal team, Trossard was in, it'd look worse. Maybe, because you've got to do stupid amounts of work rate. But you put Trossard in the Bayern Munich team, he ain't doing what Luis Diaz is doing. Tell you that for sure. Not a chance. Luis Diaz, 15 goals, 14 assists. That's just in the league. Champions League, 7 goals, 3 assists. And then in the German league, 3 goals, 2 assists. So in total, 25 goals, 19 assists. He ain't doing that. And I know Bayern Munich dominate, but he ain't putting up them numbers. You think we're getting bumped? In what sense? Do you think we should be getting more money? We're still in a cycle of trying to sell players that are not that good on big wages. And that's going to make life difficult. I think once we get through this next wave of players and we get rid of the ones that aren't as good, we'll be in a much better situation. Era said, thoughts on the Spurs window? I think it's hard to tell. If you're buying an outfit for a night out and everything's really expensive, it don't necessarily mean it's a good outfit. It's just an expensive outfit. I don't know how good that window is. Do you know what I mean? Tonali on the face of it is a very good signing. He is a good player. That Fernandes at West Ham, I was never as convinced as some people were. I don't see him as an £85 million player. I think Robertson will be pretty solid leadership. But they had to do that. They've nearly been relegated twice. Do I think they'll be top 4 next year, Tottenham? Probably not. Probably not. I'd say Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Man United, maybe Villa. But then Villa haven't got a lot of money to spend, so they had to do that as a bare minimum. But they've gone for it. They've gone for it. If those play, I'll be honest, I rate De Zerbi as a coach. I do rate De Zerbi as a coach. I'm not even going to hate. I genuinely think they've got a good coach who plays attacking football, who demands serious amounts of work rate. So I actually think that they've got the best manager they've had in a little while. We need more French players. Make Arsenal French again. I'm wearing the Arsenal French warm-up top, but I said I wanted French players. We're being linked with that Melier from Leeds, who's just been released. What was your first day of TV interview? It was about 10, 11 years ago. Crystal Palace away. Yeah. Oh, we need to, yeah. I'm still hopeful we'll spend over 200 million in this window. Now, I don't like the Kroupy to Tottenham links. We just don't seem to be in for him. Arrow said, what about Glasner to your local? That is an unbelievable appointment. What I read, I don't know how true it was. I think the feeling was that Glasner was going to get the AC Milan job. And they went for Amorim. And then he's caught, I think he's been left in the lurch. Like, well, I've left Palace because I thought I was going to get a big job. The big job hasn't arrived. And I don't want to be out of management. And Forest have gone, we'll take you. I mean, Forest are a bigger club, I would say, than Palace. But Palace are in the Europa League. They've just won the Conference League. Gone to Forest. In the Premier League right now, in terms of position, that is a downgrade. Like, he could be in a relegation battle. But Forest will probably be paying him bigger wages. They'll probably spend more money than Palace. Do you know what I mean? And money talks, innit? It's football. Highest paid Forest manager, yeah? Reece Nelson and Vieira, we got to sell those two, but again, they're tough to sell. I can't believe Amorim got the AC Milan job. I mean, he's living off the Sporting Lisbon achievements, but I thought he was shocking at Man United. Sidorf, Liverpool will sell Trossard for 50 million with frauds on the market. I agree Diaz is better than Trossard, but as a second choice, Trossard is perfect. Well, as I said, the problem is, Sidorf, he doesn't want to be second choice, which is why he's gone. You know, Martinelli maybe is willing to be backup at Arsenal and backup for Brazil. Trossard saying, bro, I'm nearly 32, I need to play. So it's an age thing. Yeah, Glasner, highest paid Forest manager of all time. They threw the bag at him. That chairman's got dough, man. Glasner. In fact, they haven't even announced it yet, have they? So all the details are probably not there. Can France get a goal? Oh my, what? 13 million a season. Wow. That is unbelievable. Oliver Glasner is set to become one of the top 3 highest paid managers in the Premier League, as Nottingham Forest have offered him £13 million a year. Wow. That is unbelievable. No wonder he took the job. 13. Yeah, we got Arteta on 15. He's going to get a new deal. But wow, that's unreal. No wonder he took the job. Palace will hate that. Because Palace seem to have a rivalry with Forest now. But you got to pay, man. This top manager, you're getting him for free. No compensation. Paraguay on the attack, right-hand side. Shot. Is that blocked for a corner? Almiron. Almiron wins a corner to Paraguay. France have got to be very carefully, you know, I'm telling you. They look a bit like maybe they've believed their own hype too much. You can get caught out playing like this. Look at Upamecano there trying to chest the ball down, man. Corner to the French. Forest made the right. It was interesting because That Pereira kept Forest up. You're thinking, oh, he's a bit of a hero. He kept them up. They've looked at Glasner and gone, we got to take Glasner. You know, even if we got to pay the bag. Arteta hasn't signed the extension yet. No, he hasn't, but I reckon that's done. He's probably asking for more money now, actually. He's probably asking for even more. Corner to Paraguay. Can they get an unexpected goal? Whipped in. Magnon punches it in the air. Paraguay keep it in at the back post. Upamecano. Tough challenge there. Wins a throw-in. No, throw-in to Paraguay. Love the open top stadiums. Yeah, I have to admit, when I went on tour to America, I love the open stadiums, like just wide open. Obviously, a lot of them are American football stadiums. But yeah, Uncle Wu said, bring me Mateta. Could probably get Mateta this year. He was linked with Milan. One ball over the top, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Heavy touch. Oh, Mbappe, what are you doing? Paraguay is saying he handballed it. It's a corner. He should have scored. Kylian, and I think they have given handball. What is going on here, by the way? Side netting Dembele. Wow. They didn't give the handball. Why was the ref running the other way as if he'd given... You know what? Mbappe hasn't played well today. I think they've rattled him. All them fouls in the first half, his head's gone. How is he not controlling this? Look at that. What's that? And he does handball it. Should have hit it there. It takes too long to get the shot off. He's actually playing poor. So they didn't give... And then the corner was taken short. What a pass. He could have rolled that back to Elise as well. Little tries to toe poke near post. He's actually not playing that well. Is the first, maybe I think what Paraguay are doing is what you might need to do when you play the French, especially if you know you're nowhere near their level. Like Paraguay have just sat in, defending deep, frustrating them, and being aggressive with them. Worried about Saliba? Bro, we all are, man, because I mean, Gabriel is still in the World Cup. Depending on how far Brazil get, he's going to be tired. And then, what a kick that was by the goalkeeper, man. The Tekkas. Mbappe should have scored. I don't know how he has a bad touch there. But, yeah, you're looking at it going... I mean, Mosquera and... Who's the other one? Calafiori. It's not bad cover, but you don't want to be starting the season with both of them playing centre-back. I think Arteta's going to have to be very smart with how he manages these players because he's caused a lot of these problems himself. Arteta he probably was saying to himself, Arteta, that if he doesn't win the league, even though they were saying they'll give him a new contract, if Arteta didn't win the league and didn't win anything, he would have been under massive... I think the fans would have gone for him. And he probably thought, I've got to win at all costs. Now, that all costs was you're going to run some of these players into the ground in a World Cup year, which has made it even worse. Because you go, if you win the league and the players are exhausted, you go, well, at least they finish in May. They're not back till July. Season's not till August. You guys have got 2 months off. But the fact that we finished the season right at the end of May because we got to the Champions League final. And then within about 10 days, they were playing international friendlies to get ready for the World Cup. You got to remember, the travelling for this World Cup is grueling. You know what I mean? Oh, what a save by the Paraguay goalkeeper. What a hit, son. What a hit. Kone, great strike. He's shown some qualities, but some weaknesses at the same time, Kone. He's, look at that hit. It's not quite in the corner enough. It's a great save, though. Corner to France, I fear for Rice, yeah. I mean, Rice is actually saying in his interview, like, I'm playing through the pain barrier. You just don't want to hear that if you're an Arsenal fan. Man's literally saying, yeah, I'm in pain. I'm in pain. And you're like, so why are you there? If you're physically in pain. Why are you at the World Cup? If Saka can't train 2 days in a row, why is he at the World Cup? Why don't you take Cole Palmer? Why don't you take Adam Wharton instead? But the thing is, and the only way you can... Players are not going to pull out of the World Cup. They're going to play through pain, you know? To be fair to Thomas Tuchel, he's actually tried to manage the situation well. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's Saka, he's not starting every game. Rice didn't start. So these guys are just in international zone. It's not... I've seen people doing this online, by the way. Oh, Tuchel needs to start. I'm like, bro, it's not Tuchel, it's Mikel. They've been sent there in that state. And obviously Tuchel knows I can't take Rice out of the midfield in a big knockout game. I don't have a replacement. So this is a situation we're in. France, not at their best. 10 minutes into the second half. They should have scored. Corner is caught by the goalkeeper. France actually looks short of ideas. So let's check. When's the World Cup final? World Cup final. 19th of July. Premier League. Premier League season starts. When does the Premier League start? We play on the Friday, don't we? 21st, is it? 21st, so you got the 19th. So you got about a month between the World Cup final and the start of the Prem season. So, I mean, let's just say Saliba gets to the World Cup final. You've got a month until the start of the season. I mean, he needs at least a month off. At least. He might need more than that. And then he's got to come back and get fit for probably 2 weeks. Season's going to be mad. I can't lie. Season's going to be mad. In a purely selfish Arsenal way, I hope not many Arsenal players get to the World Cup final. Like, I hope it's not 2 teams playing each other that have got a lot of Arsenal players. Like, what would be a bad situation? Like Spain against England, you know, because Spain would have Marino, Subamendi, David Raya. England would have Eze, Saka, Rice, Noni. Or France, do you know what I mean? I actually hope some of these Arsenal players get knocked out of the competition. I was even looking at that in the last round. Hincapié got knocked out, Gyökeres, Havertz, Norway, Brazil tomorrow. So either Odegaard or Martinelli and Gabriel Magalhaes. We need some of these. France, England, yeah, because Saliba, innit? I'm telling you, Saliba's injured. We're in trouble, man. And Declan Rice. They're just... I want some of these... Mbappe's going to foul him. Ref says play on. Fair. France are struggling. Yeah, our Spanish players have hardly kicked a ball, but they're still away. They've still got to travel. Barcola's cooked him. And he's megged him. Oh, I swear, if he would have scored that... What a tackle by that Kakares. That's an amazing recovery. Bro, I'm telling you now, Barcola... I mean, look, I know he don't get the shot off, but he's a menace. Look at Saliba, man. What a player. Barcola 1v1. He's an absolute menace, even in tight spaces as well. I think he could, but yeah, I mean, listen, he's playing against an unbelievable low block. This is the low block of all low blocks, like the car park, the airport. They've parked everything. Look at their just 2 banks of like, must be 10 players there. Barcola cuts in. What up? Are you seeing that shot? He's getting dragged. I'm telling you. I bet the manager tells Doué to warm up. Yeah, don't buy him yet. Don't buy him yet. I swear it sounded like... Yeah, he's hitting pigeons on the roof with them shots. He takes the guy on, nutmegs him. He's like, oh, bring him to the carpet. He's so exciting. Then he cuts inside and shoots. And hits the Statue of Liberty on the top of the head. And you're like, maybe we don't buy him. Low blocks taking over the World Cup. Yeah, it's horrible. I don't think you'll see it as more of the lesser teams get knocked out. Do you know what I mean? Might be the French Madueke. I hope not. He's better than Noni. But my question is, how much better than Noni is he? We always remember the car park, Mudryk. Top, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? He's getting dragged. Deschamps, look, I swear down, man. Yo, I told you. After that shot, look, Deschamps dragged him. He seen that shot. He said, no, you can't do that for me, mate. Get Doué on. Barcola hooked. He seen that shot. He said, no, 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 no. England watch-along. Yeah, we're going to do one. I think. The Brazil games first. Let's enjoy the Brazil game. Doué is on. I said Deschamps listening to the stream. Hey, listen. Makes sense. Didier, if you're listening, I think you need Turkey. You need a bit more creativity in the midfield. Your midfield is too... Rabiot and Kone needs a bit more je ne sais quoi. You don't need both of them. I swear, they are struggling to create chances. They are struggling. Yeah, I think France will grind out a win. They haven't really had a game like this where they've had to really like just nick it 1-0 or something. Big up Dash with a super chat. Whoever thinks Liverpool would have sold Trossard for 50 mil are crazy. Age 31 going on 32. Last year the contract on 180k. 20 mil was low but not awful. Part-time starter too. I think if he was being fussy, you would say maybe 30 million. A lot of it comes down to the club that we're selling him to. Do you know what I mean? If he was going to a bigger club in a bigger league, maybe you're getting 30 million out of him. He's going to a team that finished 4th in the Turkish league. He's on 180 bags. Like Diaz was on like 70 grand a week at Liverpool and he went to Bayern Munich. So when the wages are smaller, you can pay a bigger transfer fee. So you ain't getting 50 mil for Trossard. Yeah, Saudi. I mean, Saudi have got so much money. We haven't sold one player to Saudi. It baffles me. Oh, Doué. Oh, ref said it's a dive. This ref's actually been quite good, you know. He's not taking no prisoners here. Elise. Dembele. Look, yo, I swear, Uruguay. This is tough to break down. Arteta will be watching this Paraguay defending. This is like his dream. Mbappe, look, you got Mbappe shooting from 30 yards. Putting it over. Hey! France look a little bit like Ivan Drago when Rocky's just punched him and cut him on the eye. He's cut! He's cut! And the guy to Rocky's like, see? He's not a machine. He's a man. And Drago's like, his eyes bleeding. And Rocky's kids are home like, hey! Get him, Rock! Drago! When I was in Philly, we ran up the Rocky steps, right? I got to the top. And I thought, it's got to be Drago that Rocky shouts, right? So I get to the top and I'm like, Drago! And this guy comes up to me, some old guy. He's like, you do know that in the Rocky steps was when he fought Mr. T. It wasn't the Drago one. I said, oh, okay, fair. And I just started shouting Drago again anyway. It sounded right to me. Rocky IV all-time favourite. What a film, man. How gutted was you when Apollo got killed? Devastated. Not Apollo. Favourite Rocky movie, 3 or 4? It's got to be 4, man. Going to Russia to beat Drago. I love it. What a movie. It's one of them films like if it's ever on, you know, there's certain films if you're on TV and you see it, you have to watch it. Ah, do it! He's appealing for a penalty. He's dived. Realistically, the refs told him he's dived twice. Yo, Saliba, don't let this brother outpace you like that. Stop it, Almiron. Stop embarrassing yourself. We don't call him Rolls Royce for nothing. Look, man. No, I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh. He's pulled his hamstring. No, he's pulled his hammy. Don't try and race Saliba. You ain't out sprinting him. Almiron just pulled his hamstring. Pulled his hamstring trying to outpace Saliba. Don't do it. Yo, that's a foul on Doué. Leg out. That's a pen. That's going to be a pen on VAR. That is a pen, yeah, to France. Doué. Do it! What's wrong with this ref? The one before was a free kick as well. That's a pen. That's a pen, mate. You can't stick a leg out like that. 100% a pen. Yep, sent to the screen. Do you know what I don't understand about football? What is the point of having VAR? Why? How can you have 3 or 4 people looking at that and going, I don't really know, mate. Let's send him to the screen. What's he gonna see that you're not seeing? He stuck his leg out. It's a pen. You can see it off one replay. Penalty. Just tell the ref, that's a pen. He sticks his leg out. He makes contact. He misses the ball. Why are you wasting your time? Doué, to be fair, has come on and showed you the difference in level between him and Barcola. Penalty! Penalty! Kylian Mbappe! Will Kylian level Messi? He's actually had a poor game, Mbappe. Final decision comes down to how's the ref not seeing that? Even on the free kick, it was a foul on Doué. His close ball control is crazy. Their manager's going, it's a dive. I don't think so, mate. It ain't a dive. 66th minute pen. When did Arsenal concede the pen to PSG? Maybe it takes 66 minutes to put the money in the bank, you know what I mean? Dembele's got the ball, but we all know who's taking it. Yeah, we all know. You're holding the ball, mate, but you ain't taking the penalty. Yeah, but I won the Ballon d'Or. I don't care. Usually, when Mbappe, I would... Come on, Kylian. Oh, no, these men are on antics, you know. How's he doing that and the ref's not seeing it? Their man was stamping on the penalty spot behind the referee's back. These men, I swear, these men are like misbehaving kids that get away with stuff. VAR and everything, you know. The ref's standing there arguing with the players. There's a guy behind him just stamping on the penalty spot. Kylian, he's scored his last 4 penalties. If he scores his level with Messi as the golden boot. Hasn't had a great... Look, what's going on? Look, they're on antics, man. Their dark arts are crazy. They're walking into the penalty area just as he's about to take it, saying the ball's not on the spot. They are trying to put him off. Kylian Mbappe scores cool as a cucumber. Great penalty. Of course he scored, man. Great penalty. Opens up his body, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Listen, do you know what? I think football, you need France to win. Paraguay, even though the dark arts are funny at times, they're a bit they're dirty with it. You know, they're cheating, stamping on the penalty spot, trying to put people. They're a bit too much with it, man. Do you know what I mean? Do you prefer Doué or Barcola? Doué, bro, all day long. I'm not gonna cap because Arsenal are being linked with Barcola. Doué he's better than him, and he's younger than him. Doué's an absolute baller. Mbappe celebration is cold. Yeah, he's got about 5 celebrations, and Paraguay equal Atleti. Yeah, that's how they play. I think they take the dark arts a bit too far. We need Doué, yeah, but I don't think Doué needs us. I don't think he wants that move. They have to attack now. Do you rate the Creed movies? They're all right. They're all right. Which Arsenal player do you want to win the World Cup? It's tough. Like, I mean, there's a few. I'd love to see Saliba win it. I'd love to see Gabriel win it. I'd love to see Saka win it. You know, what would it do for him and his confidence? But it's the Spanish ones wouldn't be as good because our Spanish players are not even playing. They're winning the World Cup off the bench. David Raya's probably just filling up water bottles. Man said Trossard. So yeah. People saying I missed a good celebration. I thought I saw it. Yeah, no, I seen it. He's got loads of sellies, hasn't he? Big watch. Yeah, Norway, Brazil. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that one. Vinny, Nusa. A lot of people saying we should be going for him. Apparently, he was at an Arsenal game in January, so everyone's like, oh, he's an Arsenal fan. I reckon Paraguay will get a red card in the next 18 minutes. They'll headbutt or elbow someone now. There's the hydration break. Big up TV1 with the super sticker. I appreciate it. There's a French player on the floor. There's a Paraguay player. Look. Man's running over to Mbappe. I think Mbappe's pushed someone. Red card pending, I'm telling you. That Kakares all game he's been mouthing off. Red card pending for Paraguay. Look. It's all going off. It's all going off. Managers on the pitch. I mean, listen, I don't mind the dark arts, but they take it too far, man. Do you know what I mean? They are like Atletico Madrid. Would you be happy with our transfer window if we threw everything to get Doué? I mean, he'd be a massive upgrade, but he's so young and I don't know, man. Listen, I take him all day long, of course, but a whole budget on him, I don't know. Ref hasn't controlled the game. No, he hasn't. So Mbappe tried to nutmeg him. Oh, come on. Kill him, man. Stop that. I don't like all that, though. He's hardly touched him. You put more effort in jumping to the floor. And he's laughing. The guy's pulling his shirt. Yeah, it's going off. Listen, like, on one hand, I get it because they're not on the same level. So you've got to find ways to drag teams down to your level. They're trying to, but I think Paraguay have missed a bit of an opportunity because I actually think they could have attacked France a little bit. Man said dark hearts. They're moving mad. The ref is not control. I actually thought at half time this ref had reffed the game quite well. He's lost all control of it. Curtis, are you worried about a lack of activity? I have to admit I'm getting a little bit concerned. But I've said I'm trying to stay calm. Do you know what I mean? And just hope that we get the right players, but they ain't necessarily going to be quick deals. I know it sounds crazy, and it doesn't really matter what order you sign players in. I think the first signing that we make this summer has got to be a big name that sort of makes us go, wow, yeah, that's a good one. You know, I don't want to. I think if we bring in some little player, it's going to be a bit like, what? You made us wait until mid-July for that? Listen, I stand by it, bro. I stand by it. Arsenal should be trying to sign Vinny Jr. I don't care what anyone says. If I'd said to people 2 weeks ago or a month ago, Tottenham are going to sign Tonali for 100 million, you go, yeah, right. That ain't happening. Why would he go there? They're rubbish. And they are. They spent 100 million on Tonali. You can't tell me that we shouldn't be trying to sign Vinny Jr. Year left on his deal, hasn't renewed his contract. They're not going to want him to go for free. Put the money on the table. Put pressure on them. People always say, oh, you know, they're not for sale. You got to make them for sale. That signing would transform our football club. It would be record shirt sales. It would be unbelievable to watch. And I think he'd consider the move. He's in Mbappe's shadows. He's on 350 grand a week. Saka's on 300 grand a week. You've probably got to tell him we can't really put your wages up too much, but we'll give you a massive signing on fee. I'm telling you, that's what I'd be doing. But it probably won't happen. Look, Mbappe's on the floor again. He's getting carried away. He's getting carried away. He's overdoing it now as well. He's trying to get people sent off. It won't happen, but yeah, kicks out at him. I mean, this is the same guy again. Bro, not one player. Yo, what boots are they Mbappe's wearing? Black and red. Paraguay haven't had a yellow card. How have they not been booked? How have Paraguay not had one yellow card? Mbappe joint top scorer with Messi, 7 goals each. Haaland and Kane 5, Dembele 4. Kunde, the guy keeps in for Paraguay. No, he doesn't. He's give a goal kick. Are they the new Superfly? I haven't seen that colour. Let me have a look. We'll have a look. Superfly. Black and red. Whoa, look. Standing on the penalty spot. Look at this. That's naughty work, man. Yeah, you can't do that, man. That's proper, like... I think they booked players for that. But you didn't see it. Again, VAR not getting involved. It's Mbappe's dad standing up. That's what you got to do, though, Mbappe. You know, just celebrate in front of them, man. They'll probably all be asking him for his shirt after the game. Do you think we spend more than Spurs? How much have they done? They've done about two. Did someone just put in the chat? Was it like 230 or something? Van Hecker was about 50, 100 on Tonali, 85. Yeah, they've done like, what's that, 235? A couple of free transfers as well. At the moment, you're sitting here going, we ain't going to spend 235 million, but I think we need to. I think we need to. We definitely got to spend more than 200 million. To be honest, I'm expecting a 100 million-ish kind of player. Somewhere, I'm expecting a 90 million. Those are the new Superfly 11 Scorpion edition for him and Vinny. Vapor for Vinny. This is the kind of in-depth info that I need. I need Superfly 11. Scorpion. For Vinny. There's another French player on the floor. 2 of them. Refs give a free kick. This game, it's not been a great game. Too much antics. Reece James missed training. Yeah, hamstring, mate. You ain't recovering in a week or 10 days from that. Oh, come on, man. It's just a little man, a soft man. I'm telling you. But don't get me wrong. Paraguay have ruined the game. They've ruined the game with the antics. The thing I don't understand is it's not helping them. They're not achieving anything from it. If you search new Mercurials, black and red, it comes. All right. Are they them ones? They looked a bit different. We'll check them out anyway. Yeah, I just don't get it. What are Paraguay? What Paraguay? Paraguay. What are they hoping to achieve? You're not even attacking. It's been a poor game. I think the next round is where we'll start getting some real massive games. Yo, Paraguay going mad. The ref said play on. The guy just picked the ball up and basically said, no, you're giving us a free kick. Kone gets a yellow. How have Paraguay not had a yellow? They've fouled about 10 players. They want to seem tough for their fans. I just think you just wouldn't want to see your team playing like this. Like, at least attack. Paraguay, the most unsportsmanlike team I've ever seen, said Gunners98. Well done, Kone, leave one on him. Well, yeah, the French probably got to do that. Can't just stand there and let them kick you about. You got to give it back to them. Oh, but no. Mignon claims it. 9 minutes to go. Not been a great game. I think Paraguay have ruined it. They low blocked, and then they've just been on dark horse for the rest of the game. It's kind of spoiled it, but I hope France score again. Kone's interesting. Like, there's certain parts of his game that I've liked, and other parts where he's looked a little bit sluggish on the ball. That's never a foul. Are you mad? Well done, ref. Kone's strong, though. I like his strength and aggression. I don't know if they have. Have they had a shot on target? They've spent most of the game just fouling. Stats. No shots on target. What is the point? All that celebration that you've qualified, you've got the French. Some of these players have got opportunities on the biggest stage, all eyes of the world watching them, try and nick a move somewhere. You spend 90 minutes playing like this. It's shambolic. I agree with you. Look at Cape Verde, smallest team in the World Cup. You're playing the current World Cup holders. And look at the performance they put in. And, you know, the respect that they gained from that performance. Paraguay, who are not a bad team, you're playing like this. It's shambles. Let's see if any Paraguay player gets a yellow card. How many fouls? Another foul. Free kick to France. Turkey's coming on. Number 7, is that Dembele coming off? They are drawing. They just ruined the game. Dembele is coming off. Turkey is coming on. Probably put Elise on the right, Turkey in the 10. Bro, I saw a stat that in the last 2 tournaments, Zaire Emery hasn't played 1 minute of football for France. Literally took him to a tournament and didn't bring him on the whole tournament. And he hasn't come on in this tournament. Man's just there to fill up the water bottles. And he's actually a good player. I actually rate Zaire Emery. Turkey don't look happy. Did you see that clip the other day of he was trying to talk to him? Deschamps, and he just looked like he was like moving his arm out of the way. Did you hear what Musiala said? No. What did he say? Let's have a look. Musiala. France on the attack. Oh, I want him to score again. There's Turkey. He's just standing on the ball. Musiala. Players are just coming out with crazy things. What has he said? No, that's an old quote. What is his dream outside of Germany? And he mentioned Arsenal. Is that a real quote? I hope it is. Musiala was asked, what is his dream outside of Germany? He said, my dream is clear. One day I would like to play in the Premier League. I love Arsenal. That's my dream club. Are they real quotes? Musiala would be good. He's in, but had a big injury. He's got to see if he recovers. Send Odegaard and Havertz to Bayern Munich. Send Musiala. Yeah, it seems a bit. When does a player come out at a big club and say, "My dream is to"? It just sounds like something he wouldn't say. Bruno Guimaraes' concerns over Newcastle's long-term project amid interest from Arsenal. The Brazilian has not asked to leave, but he is understood to be frustrated by the club's direction and uncertainty, in particular with Tonali and Anthony Gordon being sold. Newcastle want to keep their captain, although Arsenal remain interested after an initial approach. See, that's where it's annoying, because if you want Bruno Guimaraes, surely you make a second offer that is of better value, and then that puts all the pressure on him and his agent to say, we've offered the 65 million, which is what you've been telling us. Now you've got to get yourself out of the club. But sometimes I think with Arsenal, we're too nice. We don't want to ruin relationships with clubs. Remember when we went in for Caicedo? Oh, we don't want to ruin the relationship we've got with Brighton. Who cares? Yeah, go there and pay the money for the player that you want. Everyone's cherry picking this Newcastle team of their players. They said for a whole summer Isak wasn't available. Isak ends up at Anfield. Gordon rolls out to Barca. Tonali's gone to a team that finished 17th 2 years in a row. And the champions of England can't roll up and sign Bruno at 28 with 2 years left on his deal. Come on, man. What are we doing? Put the 65 million on the table and tell him to shut their mouth. And then tell Bruno to force his way out. It's crazy. Yeah, if it was a Chelsea reject, we'd have paid the money. Garnacho, you know what I mean, would have dropped the 65 mil. Ancelotti getting the best out of Martinelli in about 2 weeks. Yeah, he doesn't really have to defend as much, so when he comes on. Robbie kept saying Isak was not available. These players aren't available. The money makes them available. That's the thing. This has been an awful game. Absolutely dreadful. Paraguay have ruined it with their antics. Didn't he? It's not even like there was a point in the game where Paraguay have gone, right, lads, we've done the dark arts. We've tried to rattle everyone. Now let's actually attack. Look, even off the ball, they're fouling people. I hope they concede again. Come on, Mbappe. Whip it top bins. Oh, saved by the keeper. We'll get Dan Burn. Innit? Yeah. Can we take Dan Burn as cover for Saliba? We'll give you 50 million. Oh, man. Big up, Mohamed. Hope you're well, bro. After review, Paraguay number 8, Trip PSG number 20. Ah, bro, they still haven't had a shot on target and they haven't had a yellow card, even though they've fouled about 20 times. Horrible. Do you think Martinelli starts tomorrow? No chance. Where's he going to start? Cunha will be up front, surfboard celebration. Vinny's obviously on the left. Unless he puts him on the right, but he's been playing that Rayon on the right. I don't see him. I think Martinelli, I mean, he did score the winner in the last game. Dan Burn on Rice corners, yeah. Arteta would love it. Arteta's probably watched this performance from Paraguay and he's probably studying it. He probably loves it. 94 passes completed. France have had 474. This is Harambe at its absolute finest. Mbappe now level with Messi. If Paraguay had attacked, he might have got more chances. He should have scored that one earlier where he handballed it. Am I doing the England game? Yes, for my sins, people. 1 o'clock England, boy. But I'm kind of clinging to the fact that Mexico, in front of their own fans, surely they're not low blocking against England. Like, they're unbeaten or they've only lost 2 of like 87 home games. You would think they're going to have a go at England. Please, Paraguay, don't equalise. I don't want extra time. I can't watch 30 more minutes of this. Bro, Almiron tried to take on Saliba for pace, pulled his hamstring. Pulled his hammy. He looked like he was outpacing him. I'm like, nah. He can't outpace Saliba like this. Saliba just came back. I said, yeah, I'm done, mate. Hammy's gone. And he came off. Come on, Killian. Top bins. Oh, it's Douay. Douay actually has played really well since he came on. Douay! 10 minutes added on. Nah, they want extra time. 10 minutes for what? Although they've fouled him about 30 times. Big up Swedish Guna. Would you take Garnacho now that he has dreads? Yo, he can be Gunnosaurus, mate, on a match day. Do you know what I mean? Put the Gunnosaurus outfit on. Gunner Dread. Get him in that outfit. Garnacho is... I said when Chelsea bought him, that is one of the worst signings you could ever make. His attitude is insane. I don't know why Chelsea thought... What did they think they were buying? Here's Cherky. Footwork. Let's see if they foul him. No, he gives it away. He'll foul him back. Upamecano. Just go back to the keeper, man. Now you've put yourself under pressure. Told you. He's done all right. They've won a throw-in. No, I think the dreads are... That's the final reason that you definitely don't sign him. You know, not that I would have signed him anyway, because he's bang average. I don't know why Chelsea ever bought him. Man United must be laughing their head off. Look at this guy. See, show some respect to my Atlanta United goat Almiron. It was funny because it looked like he was outpacing Saliba. I'm like, no, Saliba's getting burnt by Almiron. And Saliba put the burners on, took the ball off him, and he's done his hammy. Don't try that with him, bro. Upamecano is such a weird player. He's class and terrible. He is. He actually is, Jason. He's a beast, but he's clumsy. All mixed in one. And that's what's crazy. When he's good, he's an animal. When he's bad, Maguire, they call him. Look at Kone as well, man. He's a beast, but he's a bit like that. A couple times in the game, he's just lost the ball. And then there's other times where he's just barged people out of the way. This has been a dreadful game of football. Saliba with a broken back can still put on the afterburn. He's rapid, bro. Wharton instead of Bruno plays like Xhaka. I think Wharton's more of a deep lying playmaker. He is good. I do rate him. I don't know how he didn't get in the World Cup squad. I don't think Wharton scores much. Scored 1 goal last season. I mean, listen, it can change. Xhaka was playing deep and then went further forward and improved. This ref's starting to be a pain in the neck. He's been terrible. There's Douay. Wow, nah, these man's tackles are mad. He got away with that. Yo, these men are just barging man over. I swear, if these lot score, if I have to watch another half an hour of these, their whole bench is standing up, chasing after the ball. These lot, I've never seen a team play like this in a World Cup. It's like Royal Rumble. Kunde. Does he touch him? Does he jab Kunde there? I don't know. You just don't know with Kunde, do you? You know what I mean? Tough guy, but then we've seen some of them outfits you turn up for international duty on. So who knows? Look, there's about 4 footballs on the pitch. These men are crazy. Did you think he caught him? I don't know whether he did catch him. 5 minutes to go, people. Paraguay, mate, they are. Look at their whole bench is standing up. Oh, no. Good defending, didn't you? Yo, what's Mignon doing there? He's trying to waste time and not pick the ball up. Didn't realise the guy was right in front of him. Imagine he dropped that on purpose and the guy just tapped it in. Honestly, and I turned up excited for this game thinking, yo, we're going to get goals. All we've got is fouls. A penalty to win it. Look, another French player. Come on. Mbappe's like, Desiree, give me the ball. And he has pulled it back that far. Mbappe, what a save. Mbappe, great save again. Kylian. You know what's so crazy about football, yeah? Is Doué really was in a better position than Mbappe. But he pulled up on him and said, little bro, give me the ball, man. Who brought you through at lunchtime at PSG? Look, every minute now Paraguay are falling on the... Look, and he books the French players. This ref has lost all control. Look at these, man. Look. No, he just fell to the floor. I don't think he even touched him. Oh, Kylian, I thought you'd scored. They're good saves, but I thought he should have scored the second one. Didn't even show you the replay of the second one. How many more players do you think will fall on the floor in the last 3 minutes? I'm saying at least 2. Let's see how many fall to the floor. Paraguay got a few players forward this time. Oh, hey, Saliba. Oh, he sliced it out for a corner. Jay said this is the worst worst match of football I've ever seen. Honestly, it's dreadful. It is. It's the substitute teacher. No one's listening. Listen to me. Yeah, whatever. Get the paper airplanes ready. Swing on your chair. Never thought I'd want France to win. Bro, these lot are horrible. Look, I told you, there's one. I think that's the same guy as well. Man's saying he can't breathe. There's one down. I reckon one more. They'll push a French player and a French player will drop to the floor. This guy's going mad. To be fair, it must be a hard game to ref. But... corner whipped in. Magic Mike catches the ball. One more drop. 2 minutes to go. There's a foul pending, don't worry. There it is. There it is, people. That's the 2. This Kakaras must have fouled 15 times. And I still don't think he's booked him. Did he book him? I don't understand. Has he got a bet on this guy to not get booked? Hold that step over. See you later. That's a blatant yellow card. And he still ain't booked him. That's what you got to do, Kylian, man. Just laugh at him. Free kick. Minute to go. I reckon there's another foul on the way. There it is. Barge in the back. There we go. Tries to kick at him. Look, look, that same guy. Look with the look. He just can't stop. He can't help it. Look, he's gonna look again. Look. Look, they're all on him. Look, every one of them. No, I swear, the French boys need to get involved, man. I bet at the end of the game they were all asking to swap shirts with him. These a lot more. There'll be another one. Bang! Look, on the floor. Look, it's turned into. We used to play fouling football when we were kids. Everyone just fouls everyone. Wow, this is crazy. It's possibly the worst game of football I've ever watched in my life. But it's quite funny. This Kakares guy, he can't stop. He just wants to push him the whole time. Full time. Look, now they want to shake hands with him. Full time. Come on, Killian. Yeah, start cussing. Send them man home, man. Look, man, I'm running. Look, they shot me. Look, here we go. Here, Paraguay, like, listen, we're out now. Might as well just punch someone. Who are they going for? The French boys. Look, yella. I'm telling you, this is better than the game. This is actually better than the game. Just have a scrap now, you're out. Horrible. Can't stand teams like this. They don't deserve to be in the World Cup. What have they actually brought to this game? Nothing. Not one shot on target in 90 minutes. That's it. Go and celebrate in front of your fans. Wind them up. Let them stand there and watch. France against Morocco. That should be a proper game of football, by the way. Yeah, Broads loves these type of games. He'd have elbowed that defender about 4 times. Yeah, I'm glad they're out, man. It would have been a disgrace if they got through instead of France. And the thing is, the Paraguay manager has been moaning all game. Yeah, his team are the ones instigating it, but his plan would have been, if this is a normal game of football, you're going to get bopped. So he's tried to turn it into the dirtiest, scrappiest game in the hope that they can nick something, which they just didn't even try and score. But look, their players are still like walking over to say things. It's like, yo, man. Kylian. I think there's only one game he didn't score in it, but he's joint top scorer with Messi. That golden boot race is on, man. Morocco against France is a massive game, though. That game won't be like this because Morocco will attack. And there's obviously a lot of history of that game. A lot of Moroccan players who've played for France, and Paraguay were an absolute disgrace. They don't deserve to be in the World Cup playing like that. And the thing is, what I don't understand is, I understood it to a certain point. Like, you've rattled them a little bit. You know what I mean? You've irritated them. Mbappe was getting annoyed. And I thought, now, 20, 30 minutes to go, have a go now. Why are you doing dark arts for 90 minutes? Didn't even have a shot on target. What's the point? You might as well not have turned up. Mbappe's saying, lads, over here in the corner. You see him, hey, over here, and they all just come behind. I don't understand how he got to be so powerful, but even the other day when Deschamps was doing that, I'm like, bro, I've never seen a manager do that to a player in my life. He probably told him to do it. Bow to me. Oh, okay, I want to keep my job. Now, Kylian's doing the business, man. 7 goals. Him and Messi. These men are going to get double figures in the World Cup. I was saying this to Cruz earlier, like, Alvarez got 8 goals in a full season at Real Madrid, at Atletico Madrid. These men are going to get more goals than that in the World Cup. They're going mad. Look at Cherky, is he cool with him this time? Because everyone was going mad at him for his reaction to Deschamps in the last game. Dembele. Yeah, that game was crazy. The fact Messi is doing it at 39 is incredible. Yeah, he's a joke. French police dreading France. Oh, Morocco. Can you imagine that game in Paris? Like, with people watching it, I mean, in the bars and stuff. Yeah, Paraguay got what they deserved. Nothing. They tried to win in the wrong way. And I actually think they got some decent players, so I don't know why they played like that. And now man are crying. Look, they're crying on the pitch now. Thanks to the stream. Yo, big up people. Tomorrow I'll be back for Brazil against Norway. Gabriel Haaland, Vinny Jr. and Pillow Foot Odegaard. And we'll be doing the England game, which is maybe less exciting, but it will be a big game. Knockouts, Mexico in Mexico City. I think it'll be a decent game. Obviously, if we get some big news regarding Arsenal tomorrow, I'll do something in the day. But yeah, big up to everyone locked in. I'll be back tomorrow. If you haven't seen the Trossard video, make sure you go back and watch that. I'm going into a bit more detail about his wages, how much we got for him, who we should replace him with. But yeah, big up to everyone. Hit the like button. Appreciate the support. And I'll see you all tomorrow, people. Bless.